Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I owe you guys this video because I talked about it on my video here or here anywhere. So here I am fulfilling that promise. So according to with the caption, you already know what I'm going to be talking about. So how to answer embassy interview questions and ace them. Okay, so I've heard stories of people who were denied permit or visa. This is not just about Finland right now. This is about traveling abroad in general, US, Canada, anywhere, any continent. Okay, so I've heard stories of how some people were denied because of how they answered their questions, how they gave the wrong information, or it seemed like they were lying, and all those negative stuff. So I don't want you guys to go through this. I don't want you guys to have a negative decision because I did not give you guys enough information. You understand? I love you guys so much. Anyways, so how to answer embassy interview questions and ace it like this. Yeah. So I'll just be taking a few questions because everybody's question is going to be different, but I'm going to take like most likely questions that you're going to get. And even though you don't get these particular questions, just like whatever question is that you get, make sure that you are confident. Okay, make sure that you are confident. So I used to say this thing that even if you're saying rubbish, be confident in saying that rubbish. Do you understand? Even though what you're saying doesn't make sense, show like this confidence, like I remember when I was still like I don't know, I don't want to use young adults because I'm still young. My cousin used to tell me that if I'm going back home, maybe in an odd hour or I'm taking a lonely path, that there might be like people that I might not be comfortable with. She always told me that I should show confidence in my walking step. So I shouldn't walk like I am afraid or I'm scared. I should walk like a boss. So I always took that, and so I still tell people, even in school here, when we're having presentations in class, I tell my classmates, my group members, I tell them that, see, even if you're saying rubbish, be confident in that rubbish you are saying. But I'm not saying you're going to say rubbish in an embassy interview. I beg, please. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying be confident, okay? All right, so I'm saying you should be confident because the person who is going to be making a decision is not necessarily that person there, especially if you're coming to Finland or maybe Europe as a whole. The person who is going to be making a decision is not the person giving you the interview or interviewing you. Or if it's US or Canada, yeah, you can say rubbish with confidence. You can make jokes, but it's still I see people who've made jokes in embassy interviews, and because of those jokes, silly jokes, the interviewer laughed and saw the person's like the person's fun side. They just give the person the visa. You get? So sometimes you might make jokes and the person will not be having it. So it's 50-50, and it's grace, God's grace, and your luck. Anyways, I'm talking too much. So how to answer interview questions and ace it like a pro that you are. I know you're a pro. So first thing first, let's say why Finland, why Europe, why that question. So a lot of persons just come and say, oh, Finland is the happiest country in the world. Finland, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it. Finland is the happiest country in the world. I get it. They get it too. But I remember someone saying that he answered this question with this answer, and the interviewer was like, tell me something different. That was what the interviewer told him, like he should say something different other than Finland is the happiest country in the world. Yes, we know a lot of things about Finland, so please do not start with Finland is the happiest country in the world. Start with something else. Let's say the education system in Finland is superb. You can start with that. And Um, I'll still go back to this, to being confident. You understand? Finland is the happiest country in the world. Finland, with the tuition, even with when you amount the quality of education to the amount of tuition, like balance the quality of education. Let's say Finland, Finland quality of education, Finland education, and let's say US or Canada or let's say Japan, or do you understand? The quality of education, like it matches, or even Finland's education might even be higher, but when it comes to the tuition, Finland is offering you a cheaper option. Do you understand? So they are giving you the same quality of education, but you're paying less. Do you understand? So we could say that. I said that when I was doing my interview. So I talked about the quality of education. I mean, you're coming here for education, isn't it? So talk about the education, talk about, like, so but please be confident when you're saying. Don't talk like someone told you to say it, like you copied and paste, or AI helped you to answer. Do you understand? So speak with confidence. um Another question in the that I'm going to ask you: why did you choose this particular school? Now I know that you probably didn't choose that school, like you had no reason, no special reason to choose the school, or you could, I mean, there's tuition differences. Yeah, maybe the school A tuition is 12K, 12,000 euros, and the school you chose is 4,000 euros. You can choose that and get tell them that, oh, in as much as they offer the same quality of education, I chose school Z because school Z offers cheaper option. Like let's say, oh, school A is 10,000 euros, and my school, I chose it because it offers me lesser, like I say 4,000 euros. Or you can say, oh, I chose my school because I was offered a scholarship of 50%, or I was offered full scholarship. You get, so you give reasons why you chose that school with confidence, of course. You understand? Let's say, you can also say, when they ask you why you chose Finland, you can also say the language. It mustn't be Finland is the happiest country in the world. You can say Finland is the happiest country in the world. Please don't go and say I asked you not to say it. But I'm just saying from experience and what people have been saying, they are tired of these answers. You can say, oh, I'm a lover of language and I like to challenge myself in doing new things. I like to challenge myself in learning different languages. Or we can state how you understand different languages in your country. I mean, from where I come from, we have so many languages. So you can say you speak different languages and you challenged yourself to want to learn the Finnish language. That is a superb point. It's a superb answer. So you can state that as well, why you are coming to Finland. Like, you want to learn the language, you love the language, and you want to, well, you've heard so much about the culture. Okay, so you see, so there are different things you can talk about when you ask you why you chose Finland or why you chose that particular country. There are different things about these countries. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So always answer with confidence, and don't forget, everything you are saying, the person is listening and the person is taking notes, writing it down for them to print out and send to the embassy, the like people that are going to actually give you a decision. Or if it's US, Canada, or any of all these other countries are not like European countries, the person that's going to be giving you a decision is right there, sitting on the table, like the other side of the table, and looking directly into your eyes and hearing what you are saying. So always be confident. If possible, make eye contact. Eye contact is very, 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 very important. So according to psychologists, me, I'm not a psychologist though. They say that when someone is like kind of like telling a lie or is not totally being honest, they tend to like avoid eye contact. So that's what I'm saying, make eye contact. I don't like making eye contact. I get shy, I get uncomfortable, but I've learned to make eye contact. Like, even in school here, your teachers will be saying something and they are looking directly into your soul. It gets awkward, but you just have to, like, it's a thing here. Like, eye contact is a thing. It just shows that you are like, you're being honest, like you understand what the person is saying. that kind of a thing. So that's pretty much it. Another thing I want to state about acing your interviews is please try as much as possible not to stutter. Okay, except you stammer. Okay, except you are a stammerer. Other than that, do not stutter. Do you understand? If they ask you, what's your name? My name is Nora Evans. Where are you from? I am from Nigeria. What is this? I'm not saying you should rush it like that, or they're going to ask you these questions like that. They're not going to ask you like that. Just I'm saying, what I'm saying is, do not stutter. Do not make them feel like you are thinking your answers. Of course, you have brain. You're supposed to think, but do not make the thinking space so long that it's like you're cooking up a lie. You're trying to cook up a lie. You're trying to, you get. So yeah, do not stutter. Make sure your answers are clear and direct to the point. Do not deviate from the question. If you're asking you how old are you, do not start answering, oh, I am old, like I'm 20 years old because the Federal Republic of Nigeria says so. You see, it does not match, it does not correlate. So make sure that whatever they're answering, you're asking you, you're answering directly, like straight to the point. Do not deviate. So you don't go and give them reasons to ask you a question they're not even supposed to ask you, that you might not even have an answer to. Do you understand? And while you're doing this, please still maintain posture and confidence. Like, you understand? Sit upright, take deep breaths as much as you want, not in the presence of the interviewer or like before you go into the room. Take so many deep breaths. Like, it's going to help you. If you need to use the bathroom, there's always a bathroom. Pee, poop, do whatever you want to do, because sometimes when you're you're tense, you tend to like, some of these things tend to like want to come up. Sometimes when you're tense, you just want to pee. It's not like you want to pee, or it's just there. So if you ask about your sponsor, please make sure you know the name of your sponsor. What is the name of your sponsor? The person sponsoring you. Name that person sponsoring you. Give them the person's full name. Don't just say, oh, Mr. Akban is sponsoring me, or Mr. David is sponsoring me. Give them Mr. David Akban Sunday. Do you understand? Give them the person's full name. They would see, of course, they're holding your document, they'll see these things. So make sure you're giving them the person's full name. Do you understand? And if you're sponsored, like you sponsored yourself, and they ask you, oh, what's the name of your company? Do not stutter. Give them the name of your company. Oh, my company is the Trees House. The Trees House Limited. This, just give them as they hot. And you can even go as far as stating when the company started. But don't give them answers that like not related, they did not ask for. Don't give them answers to questions they did not ask for. Do you understand? So maintain that. How are you going to be supporting yourself while studying? Now, make sure to tell them that you're going to be having support from home. You are going to be having support from home, from your family. So, like, how do I say it now? You can say, oh, my parents will be supporting me while I'm studying. If you have a job and you're leaving your job to come study, you can say, oh, that your job is going to be giving you stipends or some amount of money, travel allowance, school allowance while you're studying. So that's going to support you for rent, or maybe even tuition in the next year, you get. And be honestly confident. Like, be honest and still be confident while you're honest, and still be thinking in your brain. Do not let's say some people have to like think first before they answer, or you have to think, of course. Don't get me wrong, you have to think, but be fast in your thinking. Think fast, answer fast, and make sure you are honest. Don't lie at all, because if you lie and maybe later in the day they find out that you lied, everything you worked for is going to crumble, it's going to crash. And the worst case scenario is that you're going to get banned. And once you get barred from one EU country, or barred from all the EU countries, which is rubbish. Please don't get barred, okay? So everything still boils down to doing your research, do your readings, know your company's name. Sometimes you might forget things. I mean, you guys, you know that even when you're having exams in school, you forget is. You forget the smallest, littlest things. So it's okay to forget, but always like try to be like confident. Even you're saying rubbish, even you're spelling W-O is, like instead of IS is. Be confident in that spelling. Do you understand? So that's pretty much it. There's no I know you guys, I know you're confident. If you've passed the second phase interview, of course you can pass this one. It is just you communicating, and your communication skills should be like this, like this, top notch. Like it should be there because you're communicating with someone, you're saying something, you're telling them something, and you want them to believe what you're telling them. So you have to be a storyteller. It's not like you're telling a story or a literal story, but you're telling them about you, you're giving them your information, your details, everything about you. So you want them to believe this story you're telling them. You want to make sure that it's just like when you're telling kids stories, telling them stories about like for girls, maybe Barbie and all of that stuff. They believe the stories you tell them, even though some of the stories are not like real. So you want to tell this interviewer the story of your traveling, your studies, why you chose the country, everything. You want them to believe your story, and you want to also back this your story with enough strong evidence, and this evidence are going to be your documents. Okay, so everything is already in your document, don't get me wrong, but they want to hear it from your mouth. They want to know if you're going to like deviate, your story is going to change. So make sure your story is correlating with your document. What you're saying is the same thing that you have in your document. Yeah, that's all. So these are the few things I think you can do to like ace your interview. I know you don't need this because you're already confident, you're already smart enough, you're good to go, but I just decided to just make it, should in case maybe you start to like doubt yourself, like, oh, I see people that I see very confident people that are very good to go, and sometimes they doubt themselves. Maybe one or two things have happened, they begin to fall back and get down. So this is why I'm making this video, that you are good to go. Just keep pushing. That's all. See you on my next video, guys. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and bye bye.